If you just stumble across the channel, it's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Road Dawg Crypto.
What kind of bimbo brings a shovel to a gunfight anyway? I should shoot you right now on general principle.
I know where you sleep, motherfucker.
Listen, shut the f up. Let me handle this.
Nip, snip. I can nip this right in the butt like this.
Harley, it's cool, baby. It's cool. We just talking. Harley, baby, stay with me now. Forgive Benny now. He just salty because he FOMO'd in and he bought Sinverse way too high. Want that shovel with me, baby, not him. Listen, you just hang back and you don't do a goddamn thing. Harley, you're doing great, baby. I'm proud of you, and Joker's proud of you. Tell Harley you're proud of her, Joker.
I'm proud of you, honey bunny.
I love you, honey bunny.
I love you too, honey bunny.
Now, I want you to go into that bag and you get out my Ledger wallet and my Sinverse land NFTs better be there. Do you understand me? If a single Sin token is missing from that wallet, my wrath shall be upon you. Do you understand me, motherfucker? Right now, we're just all gonna take a chill pill and we're gonna tune in and see what Road Dawg says. Everybody just calm down. Calm down, it's gonna be all right. It's almost over. It's almost over, Harley. Just calm down.
Gotta get the cake. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new, this ain't what you used to. I do me, do you. I do me, do you. This ain't what you used to. 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 This ain't what you used to.
Just check 1 2 1 2.
No, this ain't what you used to. Switch up from the
Testing,
bikes
1 2,
to
testing.
a new coupe. You know I keep some new shoes. Keep it simple.
Burp it and I'll give you $10.
All night, get right. No, you know the price.
Yeah, I'll do that. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Oh shoot, there's people here.
I might fly to LA. This cold weather ain't for me. Hit the bank, run your way. What you used to? And I'm grinding to the top. I can't let it slip away, so I gotta get the pay. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new. This ain't what you used to. I do me, do you. I do me, do you. This ain't what you used to. 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 This ain't what you. Calls keep coming in for the win, get it in.
Checkbook,
This ain't what
checkbook.
you used to. So you get on my nerves.
Check,
Try
please.
in my line,
Check.
get curved. This ain't what you used to. Round, swerves. Everybody here knows
Visa.
the word. This ain't what you used to. No, you know the drill. Overpaid, now I see the rail. This ain't what you used to. I get it in for my kids. Stack those chips and I get that check. Not what you used to. You see how I live, work my biz. I'm too far from the rest. Not what you used to. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new. This ain't what you used to. I do me, do you. I do me, do you. This ain't what you used to. 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 This ain't what you. Double up. Yeah. Double up. The money I color up. No. Double up. The money I color up. 2 turns of 4 turns of 8. Sleep and get paid. Rich when I wait. I bet the bank. I set the pace. Guess what I make? That's what I make. Counting pockets, that's a trending topic. You got this and you got that, but got no spending options. I keep quiet, but still get it rocking. I keep quiet with it in my pocket. I keep quiet, moving stuff for silent. Double up. The money I color up. blessing me. You think you been testing me. Don't mean lemons, watch lemon squeeze. Pieces been my recipe.
You better watch them bust them down.
Mine is my investment piece.
Heard your mixes, drown it out.
You need to call Trevor, please.
I don't fold, I don't fear. Pearly whites, no veneers. Keep it clean, check it's clear. Water clear, P is clear. See the light, you go dear. See the light, I go near. Let me shine, watch me shine. I'ma shine, vision clear.
Double up, double up, double up. The money I color up, color up, color up, color up, color up, color up. Double up, double up, double up. The money I color up, 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 color up.
None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash is digital, digital. The dash is digital. Run it up. Digital, 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 digital. Stepping like Marty McFly, stepping I feel like the guy. I got them looking like why, I never doubted me why, I never doubted my guys. You know you in it for win, I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend, only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids, that's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends, had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win, you know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold, I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb, I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash is digital, digital. The dash is digital. Run it up. Digital, 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 digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm just trying to feed my kids. I'm just trying to keep my way. I'm just trying to live my life while we get rich.
For those of you out there who have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much. For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh man, again? I know, it's crazy how that happens, right? I thought that was a long intro. Well, one of these days, things will go smoothly here. And yet there is still 13 of you guys hanging out here. Well, bless your little hearts for sitting with me when I have the microphone off. I don't know when it cut off. Do we get the welcome in? Do we get anything? Set the monitor to black and white and it's perfect. Crypto Cash says, looks like he's really enjoying himself. Well, what's going over the daily altcoin news there? Hopefully you guys got something out of that. If everybody starts shooting out 111s or something like that in the chat, then I will repeat it. Otherwise, we'll just keep on moving on. You guys read and saw that. That's embarrassing, man. Every time I do that. We got some hand signals at least. Yep. There was some good news in there. Elvis always, it does. Elvis freaky. Solid movie tip, Crypto Cash. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, man. $1.99. I appreciate that. I'll install a buzzer and ping it when you go silent. I need something like that, really. So blah, blah, blah. Bitcoin kind of sideways is what I got. Do we not have anything? Or did the news cut it off? Okay, well, it's just 10:50, so jeez. And you wonder why nobody subscribes to your channel. Oh no, not another verification. Dude, not right now, come on. I just did that. Got 1,329 beautiful subscribers, and you are hopefully all of them, part of them. If you're not, you need to join on board, join the Cool Cub, be that extra one right now. Just go click it. Anybody? 5, 4, 3. I'll check back in a second. There's a delay. Look at the market today. There's a little bit of a mixed bag, man, but there's still some green in there. When I checked, it was 80. I would flip over here, but why? I'll verify, don't trust. All right, you got an argument, but I think we can find it in other places too, though. So some coins that are popping, there are coins popping off and some that are not. Real world assets are the hot topic right now. I'm personally going to throw DeFi out there as a topic that's not really popped yet, that will pop, and you could get position in your DeFi token picks because so you can get built before the pop. That's the name of the, that's what you want to do, right? Before, or or you can chase candles and, get a little bit of a gain, maybe lose some. But if you kind of plan for it, you have a little bit better of an edge. So DeFi is one that's not really popped off yet, and it will. It will. I would especially be looking for some of the new stuff and the Web3 stuff and the stuff, anything that looks like it's going to appeal to old farts and maybe are kind of on the conservative side and new with money. And I like the way this one looks, son. It reminds me of the mutual funds that we used to mess with. This is my take on it. I have a theory that we've got old farts coming into the market, and they're going to kind of follow the same cycle that the original crypto cycle fell. I think that you're going to see things like Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin actually probably do better than you expected this time, because that bigger money's been eyeballing it for a while, and they're good projects. They do have some value to them being in a limited supply, so I wouldn't rule them out. And gosh, if they ever get any kind of development over there, that would be wild. Just throwing that out there. They say dinosaurs don't move, but you got dinosaurs coming in to play with the dinosaurs, and they can move it. Dinosaurs can move dinosaurs. You get my drift. I think we're going to see a lot of similarities in how things kind of play out there. But it's interesting. Of course, we got new stuff making all kinds of good gains to the upside. Hey, 4-hour Bitcoin chart's not looking too bad for me right now. I'm seeing stochastics head up to the upside. We got money flow. Looks like we might have a little bit of a little plus side there. So as we're going to range out here in Bitcoin, we need to check our boring nerd indices over here and see that most of them are set to the 4-hour, just to kind of, I don't know, keep a little pulse in the market here. Yeah, it's just about as boring as the daily, really, on these particular guys. Except this little guy over here that we've been eyeballing getting rejected over here on this trend line. In this area right here, we got rejected. Now, how far are we going to come down? Because this is my altcoins, your altcoins, our altcoins, taking a little bit of a hit from the little highs that we had up there. And we're going, oh my God, we're going to the moon. It's not going to stop now. We're going. The rocket will go, never stop. But it stopped. I did throw out some warnings, man. You need to pay yourself, and that was going to me just as much as it was to you guys. And I don't always listen to myself as well as I should either. So I'm actually taking a little bit in AGIX at the moment. More than likely, that token thing will go through unless there's just some kind of I will not. I'm going to veto this. Something weird happens. I don't know. Plans fall apart. But I'm already working on a nicer position of FET. That's going to be the main automatic one without a conversion rate of 0.43 cents or percent. I don't want to go through a conversion rate, so we'll see what happens, how I work that. Maybe working some of that back into FET. May wait for the price to drop after they get through all the conversion stuff, because it doesn't just, number don't just go up after this stuff. A lot of times numbers fall after this stuff. They just do. They just. But guys, if you've got any coins that you would like to have a look at, you can throw them out there in the chat. I've got a few on my little list here to go over, but I did make a mention DeFi. I do think that that's something not to be neglected right now, to find some good little DeFi plays for when they do start to pop off. Maybe we'll get DeFi summer. But people want to start parking these coins that they've collected somewhere and see if they can get a little extra out of them, and that's where DeFi comes in. Pretty nice and handy. Some people like to leverage it up, like to borrow against it. Of course, we got our AI and Web3 plays. I told someone I would check on Kong, so that's going to be the first one that I go over tonight is Kong. Kong Inscription. I got King Kong, and Kong is on AVAX. We got King Kong. Is that AVAX? That is AVAX. I'm going to take it that this is probably it. King Kong. This little guy's got a bunch of zeros, like a decimal 6 zeros and 38. Oh, a decimal 6 zeros and 3, basically. Maximum supply and total supply are both coming in at 19 billion. Where's that trillion? My God, I forgot how to count. I missed all this. That should be billion, I believe. No, it's trillion. That's freaking trillion, isn't it? It's too dang many. If it's too many to calculate in your head, it's too dang many, but that's just my take on it. Fully diluted valuation for all these coins right now is juicy $5.7 million. So this one's new or low or cheap. Apparently a meme coin over on AVAX. Meme coins do seem to be having their seasons. And multiple seasons at that, and probably will continue to have multiple seasons, so might be an interesting play. Play wisely. I would not let it be the bulk of my portfolio by any means. This is Ava Kong. What are you? You're moving too much for me, man. Long the Kong. Do you long the Kong? The fairest launch token on Avalanche. There was some information on this. It was in the, was it the comments? 19.33 trillion supply, wide wallet distribution, docs and trusted teams, 0 team allocation, liquidity burn, contract renounced. Web3 links. This is about as much as I'm going to deep dive on this, but anyone interested in this and then meme coins, from what you see, a lot of you have more expertise in this than I do in this area than I do. It's available over on Trader Joe there. So I'm just going to stick with, see if we can get there from here. Well, that didn't help at all, did it? So we got Kong on AVAX. There we go. Let's pull you up here. Bring you up on the daily. I like that so far. Now it can still fall to the downside, but that's a nice formation. She's already dipped down to the 618 there. So my take on this, you don't do it, do you? What is that? I wasn't trying to do that.
Chill out, man. Chill out.
Let's do horizontal lines there. So I really like these low areas, but there's no guarantee that it will come back there. But if it does, these other areas about all the zeros, I think it's still 6 zeros in 1680, 2207. Those two areas would be the juiciest places that I can see to get possibly in on this, and hopefully that area will still hold. If it does come back down there, there's a nice big wick there that might be driving us down a little bit. But if you're looking for upside, the formation that is guide, I mean, yeah, we can do this. Well, this little guy, I don't have the fibs marked on this one, but it works out for the same fib area, just for confluence. It's a 1-to-1 move from the 618 here that I can't get a line up there. Let's do that. And that's coming in at, what is that? A decimal 6 zeros and 6407. So it's about a 2x from where we are right now. Pattern wise, possible breakout there. I'm not seeing a lot of volume. And for more limited information, I think this is a fairly good look at this one. We're on the daily chart. We can come down to the smaller time frame now. We kind of got a roadmap set out for what we see there, and now we can kind of look at here on the smaller time frame. And I like the rounded shape, and there was evidence of it there. And see that now the lines don't work so well here on the smaller time frame. Find that interesting. I want to keep them there though, just because they worked pretty nicely on the bigger time frame. On this one, we actually got a trend line here that will probably be respected, and that kind of gives us confluence right here in the same areas. We'll move this up just a little bit. 2494, 2500 area right there. Possible retest. See if we can find support here. But it looks interesting for Kong. What I got for Kong?
King Kong.
Render. How's Render looking right now? Render's an interesting play. I like Render. I'd like to have some more Render. I'm trying to figure out how I'm trying to do that. Spot margins one way. I got the little thing going on there, but I'm like, is there anything else I can do before she starts working on this 5-stage parabolic move is what she looks like she might be trying to do. Oh, the day lady got a few little kind of mixed signals here, you know, whether she's going to come down lower, which she can. Oh, she does. Maybe she will. Maybe she will. Would love to see this trend line kind of visited and tested. Maybe wicked through just a little bit. New wick through over here, so it can wick through again. As long as we don't get below this green Ichimoku cloud, and they usually start getting from spindly and thin to something thick, and price gets close to it, and then it sucks it in and throws you into a bearish situation that I didn't even want to get here. How those happen? It's a big green slimy thing. You don't really want to touch it. You don't have to. So 9's crossed barely over the 21 here, but yeah, we're above the 9, so a little sideways while it tries to figure out what it's trying to do there. Can't draw on this chart to save my life. What is this thing? Price label. So I go over a few candles, drop down, and I kind of pick a point, just kind of guessing at mating. What do you do? Then as we start coming into other areas such as Fibonacci retracements and that like, I like to see where she kind of lines up with a nice little retracement. Got a little confluence there, about 990ish, so I'm rolling with that little guy. That'd be cool. She can handle that. Although, you know, this could be making a head and shoulder pattern or some kind of reversal pattern up here to break this trend line. We do not want to see this trend line break. For the patient people that can wait, this is the daily time frame, by the way. It's coming down to 4 hour just to kind of see what we got going on here. Let's get rid of this noisy Fibonacci there. You noisy Fibonacci, you make too much noise. I called the landlord and said just to poke on the ceiling with the balloon, with the broom. Balloon didn't do nothing. It doesn't look very head and shouldery to me. There's a little curvaceous there, a little curvaceous there. Looks more diamond-y to me, if you ask my personal opinion. Those old diamond patterns. Not the best ones to play out, but you know, they are known to be a top pattern for a reverse. What the? Wait, were you fibbing? No, I'm telling you the truth. Try that again. There we go. There's the right line. Guess that line. Diamond pattern. Use a reversal. They don't always have to be. They can actually be a continuation. You got 3 types of patterns that we look for as a pattern trader. We got bottom patterns, top patterns, and continuation patterns. I think it's funny when market makers print a top pattern on the bottom or a bottom pattern on the top, and then people fall for it. I laugh when they do that. I think they do too. But you see that every once in a while. And then I see people on YouTube. We're at a bottom, we're at a low, and right here's a head and shoulders taking us. That's not what it's supposed to do. It's not what it did either. Both times I've seen that happen. One of them wasn't really a pattern trader though, so one of them was. But I guess everybody interprets this different, and everybody has different levels of study, maybe? Then, of course, you also got the experience that you get over time with the charts. That's great. Also helps get that emotion out of there. Render, maybe coming down to $9.90. I like that. I'd like to get some more view in the $9 area instead of paying this high price over here at 11. Where can we go, Render, man? Look at that nice rounded accumulation there. I only got a chart back to December 21st. Is that where you started, baby? I could see that. If you draw a horizontal line here from this wick, of course we would have to make sure we don't have more price history, you know, and there might be more from another chart. But it's interesting, we got that wick there where we started, and it lines up really, this is right on top of this area here. Now that also gives me another area that we may eventually test. There's a 50 moving average there on the daily too, which kind of says, yep, I'll second that emotion. She gets bearish, I'm right here for her. So it may come back to 830 at some point in the game. Doesn't have to be now, could be months from now, but at some point during a big pullback, this area could be tested again. I want to keep that marked because I like to buy some more there. Especially if that diamond does play out. But I need to see that area hold, or else we'll come back down. Oh, Lucy's on the screen, man. Lucy? You've been messing everything up today, Lucy.
I'm not flexing when I'm brushing off the dust, no. All this pain and the tears make my shoulders rust. In this life, gotta do what you must. Build your value up, gotta earn trust, avoid fuss. Maybe you don't know the facts, you don't know enough. You can judge me all you want, cause every day I send
Please, speed microphone on. Okay, we're good, right? I'm really paranoid about that now. Jessica says, hi, Dog Solana, please. Let's take a look at Solana. If I missed anybody before that, I'll take a look. It wasn't intentional. Just do what I can do when I can do it. When I see it. Solana, Coinbase looks good. Just check that out. Oh, we already did you. Yay. Hey, is that a target that got hit? Did we blast through this actually and hit that? Oh, that's been a while back. We're on the daily. Surely I've seen it on this chart before. I don't know if I can claim that or not. Oh well. Don't hurt my feelings. Look, we got a red dot on the daily. You better sell everything. Get out. No, that's not what that means. But it could get a pullback. Maybe back to 164. It could happen, but right now we're still above the non-moving average, so as long as we're above the 9, everything's fine. And it may, you know, it may even wick down, touch the 21, or not even touch the 21. But as long as it keeps closing above the 9, we're pretty good. It looks pretty solid to me. Let me get another chart. Let's go with Binance. Oh, look, we're charted. Oh, listen, I gotta, that's a measured move there, dude. At 205, I think I hit that. I just don't think we cleared it on this chart. Yay, it's old news now because it already dropped back down to 163 at that point. This was a target too. And then it came back up to I don't know. Well, all this seems to have played out, so let's get rid of the targets that have hit. Take a snapshot. We're banging. That's what happens when you take your measure moves and you know, try to be a little bit, you know, precise with them or wherever they go rather than doing stuff like that. That's all I'm saying. Solana on the daily, let's take a little line here. Oh, you flirting with it, baby. You flirting with it. You don't get bearish on us. You're above the 9. Let's keep that now. This needs need to pay attention to this. There might, it's got a wick down here. We don't need to see that anymore. A little bit, you know, we could see some wicks over here. We don't want to see this lose. And the more it wicks through there, the more times that you see where it has, it kind of can make it a little weaker. Ichimoku Cloud doesn't look too concerned about it. We got red light, green light going on over Market Cipher. Not too concerned. Stochastics are down. That's cool. If they can reset, that's a good sign that we're going to the upside. Let's see what we got on the smaller time frames here. Oh, and there we go. Well, 4 hours kind of spelling it out. We say she can wick down there, but she needs to keep staying above this trend line. So there's a 100 moving average, which is pretty strong on a 4 hour, where we may see something like that. We need to see this hold, and then she can recover. And look, it might be an inverted head and shoulder, possibly. I like that this, if it forms a shoulder, it, means if it confirms. We don't want to call it too early because that's when they make assholes of us and say, you suck. And so it's always wise just to wait till they confirm. But when this shoulder is lower, or in this case higher than an inverted head and shoulder, then this one, that should give us some nice little strength there. And also see it as some kind of a triangle kind of pattern either way. Got a measure move that would take you a lot higher. But right now we just need to get the bounce, then we'll confirm it, then we'll take a measure move. How's that? Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. So the upside, it's somewhere around here if you can't stand it. A little, not quite as much, but just saying. $2.30 is a, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. If we were to do that, there's no harm in that. So you take that to the breakout of the neckline, and that would take us up to $223 for a measure move. Bull market. It's kind of interesting to have that high up there. That would give us a higher high, so that's cool. And locally, it looks like we may be getting a megaphone pattern. I mean, we are so far. If it will play out or even come back to reach the total top of the trend line and not maybe kind of peter out these areas, we don't know yet, but these are kind of fun to play when they do hit and bounce off the sides. Because the higher highs are just really fun to take advantage of. So Lana, I think she's fine. Just keep an eye on this trend line. If she does drop, man, I mean, we're looking down here to like 152-ish area, around the 200 moving average here on the 4 hour. And there's a half-ass trend line right here that from something. Oh, from the underneath and cut through, and then, okay. That one might actually get touched at some point. You just got to kind of figure out where it might line up at, so. Let's hope this sticks, though. That's kind of the line in the set. If I was making a trade or something, I'd have a stop loss place. Like maybe somewhere under that 100 moving average, although it can wick a little bit below it, but it usually does that. So it's not a good sign if it does. So Lana. Lucy's giving me the eye. Lucy always gives me the eye like that. She's mean, man. She's tricky. You don't trust that devil girl. She'll bust your bubble real quick.
No, I gave myself the green light. Catch a shoe from the 3. If I'm not the one, it doesn't seem right. I need like 2, 4, 5, 6 of them rings. I'm talking back to back to back like 23.
Angels guest list. Hey, welcome to stream. Could you please chart Lusco Tuck in this created by ERC20 inventor? What does your chart say? Lusco. I've heard that. That's kind of an older coin, isn't it? I am not getting anything anywhere on Lusco. Says it ERC20, right? It really rings a bell to me, though. Maybe I'm thinking of a different project, but it sounds like something from back in about 2016 or 17. Luxo. I'm spelling it wrong. That's what it is. Luxo. There we go. Takes me a minute. LYX. That's been around for a while. Wasn't it like a wallet or something a long time ago? It recently launched on Mainnet and became its own layer 1. 458. $138 million market cap. Circulating supplies 30 million. Total supplies 41 million. Infinity maximum supply. That's just something to, you gotta pay attention to their tokenomics, burn mechanisms, and all that more complicated stuff. All-time high was $11.60, which was 2 months ago, and we're down 60%, so she took a nosedive. Welcome to the new creative economies. Lusco's building blocks are reshaping the future of digital lifestyle ecosystems, offering creators and users a space to innovate and interact in truly new ways. Explore Luxo's open and interoperable blueprint for a fidget. Don't do this to me. The tongue gets tied on enough. A phygital and digital worlds. Digital. Let's get digital. Okay. Let's take a look at the chart. Luxo. KuCoin's got it. She's down on the 4 hours. Zoom out. She's in the process of a lower low here. This goes back to 2023, so I guess it's probably what their mainnet or something. Did you? We did have about. Luxo is the next generation EVM blockchain based on Casper proof of stake that will revolutionize the way brands, creators, and users interact with blockchain technology in the new creative economy. Okay, that gives us the information I should have got on the first page. Based on Casper proof of stake. It was founded by Fabian Vogsteller and Marjorie Hernandez. Fabian is a former lead dApp developer at Ethereum and author of the ERC20 and Web3, I think that's JavaScript, JS, both of which are the foundation for today's DeFi and NFT protocols. Marjorie Hernandez is an innovation and product expert who previously created and managed EY's Digital Innovation Labs in Berlin. What are LSPs? The initial Luxo standards proposal, represent the core building blocks of the Luxo system. LSPs aim to increase functionality and user friendliness within the blockchain ecosystem and standardize identity, asset representation, and smart contract interactions. So like a real world type or RWA type play, perhaps. Let's see what we got over here. Luxo. Let's see what Tokenmetrics thinks. So they got a sell for trader. Market cap's 138 million. I can't remember what we had. 24-hour high is 473. All-time high 1170. All-time low was 413. So according to this, might want to double check it on the other one. Let's go ahead and do that. We're near our all-time low right now. That's not even you. I think I missed that over here. Yeah, all-time low was 1 day ago, so well, we said you made a lower low, stupid.
Don't be a smart ass. Shh, be nice.
Well, you walked right into it.
Hey man, don't mean you have to snipe it like that. Oh dog, come on man, show some support for your homie. Who the hell are you? It's gonna be a fight tonight. Swing high and swing low. Tell me where price is gonna go. 1.27 got a little nippy off right there. Wonder why that works. You guys ever seen that one before? Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. She coming down to the what? 1.13 right now. She might make it down to the 1.27. I'm just throwing that out there. That's why I pulled this little guy. So I'm going to give out two places that she might possibly bounce from. Which one? I don't know. I'm kind of leaning toward the 387 area. I'm leaning toward that, but I don't know what's may or may not happen. So there's a chance 289, 290 might come into play, but I like this one. And if anything, that's a good place to start nibbling and adding it to a bag. If you believe in this for a bottom accumulation, these fib areas should be a reversal area. We shouldn't have to worry about it going down too much further than that, if at all. It really shouldn't on this one go beyond this point, if it makes it down there that far. So that's what I'm seeing right now, Fibby wise. Put that back up there. It's too early for this. This is a cheap thing. I'm doing this more for my observation than anything. Make sure I know it's a negative. It's a little bit of a hopium target at 13. Really no need to even put that up at the moment. Right now we got to figure out where we're going to bottom out, if we're going to bottom out, that kind of thing. Hard to get a trend line going on here in this direction. That would make sense anyway. But there might be something we can learn here. Oh, that works pretty good, but that doesn't. What do we have when we do this? Might have something right there, maybe. It could be a little bit of a stretch, but there might be something there that might lend a little support, or at least enough to slow it down to where it can kind of come down here, maybe round out a little bit down here. So we got that. At some point, it's got to go through some kind of accumulation. I don't think you'd be looking for like just to come down and then a bounce to the straight up. I think you'd be looking at it coming down and things just kind of being slow and accumulating for a little while on this one. Now this one might be a little slow. I'm on the 5-day chart. This one may be a little slow taking off. Let's look and see what we got on the 4-hour. That looks nice. That's holding nice. I like it when it does this though, when it makes this inverted scallop on bottoms like that. Sometimes those actually act as a nice reversal start, or start at one anyway. So that's kind of cool to keep in mind. Looks like a little bridge. This is good. Lucy hasn't crossed over the 800 moving average. Got that. The 360 crossed over both of them. So we got all of them except for these two guys over here. Just kind of. So it's already started a little bit around. I'm thinking we'll probably get a little bit of a bowl shape going on here. Wonder if we could put that on there and see if it actually plays out that way. I just threw it for curiosity. Not so I can come back and say, look, I told you it was going to be this and la 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 la. I'm just trying to learn something. Oh, I hate doing these things. They suck. Let's just leave it off. Just let you do what you want to do. She did a little bit of a scallop here, but it didn't bowl or anything. Zero zeros without mentioning the upside. What? I didn't mention the upside? What, for Luxo? The best I can do for right now, what we got is this little hopium target. You can't really get a truly accurate boom chakalaka. Oh, the confluence with the 414. Do it, baby. Huh. Well, I've got a little cheater right here that says this might be a reversal area, but then again, sometimes it works. But then sometimes it can come back down to this area too, so there's kind of gives us an extra little area. Let's go mark that. because I do have a little bit of confidence for where it is right now. I think there's just a good chance to look for a little accumulation through here, though. DEAI. That sounds intimidating. 01. Ooh. That's a pretty head and shoulders. That's pretty. That is almost textbook. It is textbook, really. The shoulder is lower than that one. Or you want to take us to negative $48 or something crazy? Full measure move for that's 26.27. However, let's learn something. Let's go over to Thomas Bukowski's site. We'll go over here, and I usually go where it's just where they're listed out, but I realize, like, these people, if they're really new, they're not going to know what the hell you're talking about. They would do better with the visual patterns. It does make it easier. Just kind of line it up. I think he could have picked out better ways to do it than this, but you know, you got what you got. But he gets, you know, rounded bottoms, scallops, and all that stuff. We're looking for the head and shouldery. Triple bottoms, triple tops look head and shouldery. They get called head and shoulders all the time, but oh well. In the end, they all kind of play out about the same. So head and shoulders, bottoms right here. What we're looking for is this little guy. It says percentage meeting price target 71% when you take the measure move. The above numbers are based on 3,197 perfect trades. Pattern has a throwback rate of 65%, meaning that after it breaks out, 65% chance it'll come right back to that breakout point just to retest it for meanness. Yeah, she's kind of that way. So there's the information we need. About 71% chance to meet that. That's the multiplier that we put against this guy now. Not to get too complicated, but you know, your fibs are actually they go from 0 to 100. That makes it a nice little scale. There's a 786 and here's a 618. So we kind of guesstimate 71% is going to be somewhere around there. So that's what I do. Then I can take this little guy and I can slap him up here. That should give me a little bit more of an accurate measure move to shoot for. So I like to come over here and I'll label those so I can go back and make sure and gather my own data and make my own assumptions about how accurate these Bukowski measure moves are. So I mark them as such and we watch and learn. Always adding things to the toolbox. Always testing those tools repeatedly. Make sure they work in all the various different situations. So far, they work out pretty dang good. It would suck to drop from 51 cents to 35 if you're already in this. That would not be fun. That's about another 30% drop from where we are. Whereas if you wait till we get there and see if there's a retest or a bounce and we come back up to where we are, that's a 50% gain, almost a 50% gain. Funny how that math works in the backer day. Let's check out Rio. That's real world asset. Rio. It's 287, man. It's looking in a bullish position right now in the 1 hour. We need to zoom out so we won't get into the hopium. 1 hour says, baby, I'm hot. I'm hot to handle, baby. I'm smoking. I'm so hot. I'm blowing it up. I blew a gasket. I'm so hot. I'm so hot. You can't touch me, Poppy. Caliente, Pepe. Call you jalapeno. We don't know if we dropped out or not, man. We can guess. We could draw a fib, but you know, if this isn't the high, then you know, what should you do then? This was a cool place to buy it at 63 cents at that trade setup. Took a while for that measure move to look how long it took for that measure move to get hit, but it got hit. Wow. See, that's the crazy thing about these. We can get a measure move, but we don't know. Don't know how it's going to get there. That's the wild thing. And in this particular situation, with the flags, you know, the crazy flags, and this was more of a conservative measure move, and it was the right measure move for it. And actually, I've started taking them different now. I would have put it now. I tried to pull a fib. I think that's what we did. I think it was a fib thing. Anyway, took it a while. Would have a stops, and you could have got stopped out too, depending on how tight you put your stops in. But Rio is games like this. Okay, I think I've made this clear, right? At this point in the market, I'm not looking so much for trades. Like to make a little bit, I'm looking, this is like the accumulation zone for all. So during that phase of the market, and it wasn't this particular coin, but looking for accumulation to get, you know, dollar cost average in, get in, however you want to do it, buy on the lows, you know, however you want to figure that out. Notice how this came down and bridged. Get that kind of weird looking shape. It's good to make a note of that. So when it comes to that, I'm not trying to put stop losses when I'm in accumulation at all. So, and if I'm trying to, if I'm using margin or something like that with leverage, then of course you gotta start doing risk, you know, your risk management and stuff. But I'd get a strategy that would actually, where I would think why would get me stopped out, I'd put an order then there. So if, you know, where everybody else would get stopped out and maybe price would reverse and man, I got stopped out and then it took off without me, I'd be like, well, I'd have an order there. It would hit it. If nothing else, it just lowers my entry. And then I, you know, have another, can put another order lower than that, which usually, you know, they don't get hit. They turn around and it comes out all right. In this phase of the market, that can work. And then look at all that, man, for Rio. So she's a little hot. She's too hot. But she's sexy though. Lots of volume coming in there. Starting to test the non-moving averages there. Nice little parabola. Probably look really beautiful in a really, really smaller time frame. So we got a little something now that we can probably work with. So there's a chance that may be a top. So we'll go ahead and treat it as such. 618 comes down at this area, which would be, you know, decent little area to retest. I kind of have this little line going here that we kind of broke up to. And after we broke up to it, that's when things started really going crazy. So I'm going to read this as something more like this, that we had a breakout of a rising wedge, because rising wedges, when that happens, they go crazy. That was my whole thesis on Bitcoin, that so far it's turned out to be true. If I'm going to brag about anything, I want to brag about this on the bigger time frames. Not bragging, but just point out that, oh, you took us to the one you erased it on. Stupid. This is what happened 3 years ago. December 2020, spring of 2021. And that's basically, get that off of there. What we were following over here, just not on this particular chart, but yeah, there it is. You got him painted blue, you can't see him. She also did that, retested and went crazy. So we're following this whole time. I'm looking at this idea, just saying, oh, please let this play out. This would be so perfect. So far, so good.
Cliche quotes never fail. Focus in the wrong, always yells. If you put in work, you prevail. Only quote I need is keep it real. Clothes all black, cars all black.
So back to Rio.
First I scratch.
This is pretty cool right here. That's got a nice little move, and without even bringing the fibs into play here. That takes us right up here to this area with Confluence, Fibonacci area, $3.73 for Rio. Looks like it's on the way to get there, but then again, I don't know what it's going to look like as it get there. It may be something like this. It may just be crazy like the other one we saw. 373 from 291. Where we are now would be 32% gains, so missed a little limit if you didn't have, or if you weren't in it earlier, but it's above the 9, and it looks like they're trying to duck lip just a little bit. That's where they kind of do this thing. The moving averages, that green one, and the red one, doing the old duck lips. I like that. I like that. Kiss a duck. It's fun. Quack, quack. It tickles. Of course, we're on the 1 hour chart here, and it looks bullish to me.
On the map, I can switch locations on a map. Toss a dart and we go where it's at. Calculate the numbers.
No problem, Jessica.
No back in the booth, go 40 love. Rafa on the clay, I can't be touched. With my fam, I made it out the mud. Pressure made a diamond in the rough. That's why.
Angel's guest list says Lusco gets listed on Uphold tomorrow. Possible pump, perhaps. Could be, yeah. Angel's guest list, Uphold listing Kick Tau and Caspa into overdrive. So maybe Lusco. Maybe. It's an interesting project. Sam Webb thing says, I think GFI is real world assets. Yeah, I think we looked at the website last night. I think it looked good. I wanted into it. I noted that in my head before, but this one that got slipped past me. So I looked. I don't have any of this. Like, please, Degen, of all the ones that you FOMO'd into, let it be GFI. My Degen sucks.
You suck.
And talks back like has a mouth on him.
Screw you, Road Dawg. I run the show here. It's my picks that make all this winning.
Calm down, Degen. Yeah. Nice. Trend line solid here, and look, we're getting a little above it, kind of like a plane trying to take off just a little bit. That's how parabolas get started, man. That's how those big strong moves are above the 9 moving. This one looks good. I'm on the 1 hour though. Let's zoom out a little bit, make sure. She's a little hot right now though. It still looks good on the 1 hour. Ichimoku Cloud says, baby, I'm ready to rock your world. Ichimoku Cloud looks freaking awesome. May not be a pullback at this stage in the game, especially since real world assets are kind of in the middle of the narrative right now. I would probably look back over the market cap and make sure that it's not, too oversaturated, like not too many people got into it. I don't think it would be. That'd be one thing just to double check. It's still in the bottom of the situation. Just now breaking above accumulation, so still not a terrible place to buy. It's still good. So for those of us that missed it at 50 and 60 cents, $1.28, $1.50. When the buying was good, but no, you didn't want it. I didn't get it either. Saw the signs. Look, the signs are here. Tell me, man, you should be in this. How did I miss you? I'm pretty sure I got my first wind of it with Ian Bellino on Tokenmetrics. We looked at the Tokenmetrics on last night, and it was off the charts, I believe, for GFI, right? For Goldfinch. So my entry would have to be like on a major pullback, like a market crash. But yeah, it's got good scores all around the board. Valuation grades at 65%. So she's a little high right now, as we discussed. So it's not in the juicy 90s like it would have been at 50 cents when we should have got it. But it looks like it's a project that's got potential there. At this point in the game, we need to get that little middle target going, don't we? Since we're being so bullish, I'm looking for it to come up to, believe it or not, about 577. Might be a little of a hiccup there. After that, it looks like pretty smooth selling, maybe up to 911 or 1149. Believe it or not.
on the mic, it's a fatality, it's mental. Another day, another dollar. You and yourself like there's no other. Another day, another dollar.
That's pretty sweet. Can't catch them all. Gosh darn it.
You and yourself like there's no other. Another day, another dollar, just you and yourself, no other.
All right, so the real world asset, since my mic was off, I think we probably ought to look at that. I posted it over in the Telegram group, which I guess I should post links to that.
Don't give it away. You should be charging $5,000 a month for it. You need to charge like everybody else.
We do not talk that way here. We do not. No. We do not talk here. We do not talk of charging a pay for the pay group. No, for the for any group. No charge. No charge. Free. Open source. That's how we got built. That's how we found you. Crypto. Open source.
What? What the hell? I was looking for the chart room. So I got a Telegram group over there. I got the chat room where all the cool kids hang out, and I got a cool bot in there that does AI and technical analysis and looks over Twitter trends and all that. You just gotta get in and play with it. It's the pro version. Then we got the chart room link, chat room, and then the chart room. The chart room's where I'm headed right now. What were you doing over here? What was it? Old timer? We're going to go to the lounge over here, and we're going to bring up this real world asset projects. Brush over that one real quick. Dust, TrueFi, LTO, TokenFi. Okay, those are the three, and I got them here. We looked at, I don't know if we got around to looking at LTO last night or not. LTO network, let's take a look at it on KuCoin. She's hot. She's really hot. Really hot. Too hot for me to just jump in. I wouldn't recommend jumping in right now. No. Because she's hot. You're so hot right now. You're so hot and juicy. You ever make my legs quiver? And I got flippers. So that's saying something. 100 crossing the 800. That's bullish as all get out on the daily, man. Jeez, you need to pull back. Any pullbacks on this one, I would probably look at. LTO network. She's in there with the real world asset class. Honestly, at this point in the game, trying to get on this is a daily chart, man. This. Whew. Take a look. Parabolic movement. She may be losing. Are you going to lose this parabola? You got a chance if you break below this 21 moving average. You could lose it. She might lose it. She might lose it. If she does, man. Might see some juicy prices if we're a little patient. 16, 19 cents, maybe. See what kind of confidence we got here. We gotta add another one. She may get a bounce somewhere in this area about 21, 22, so just keep an eye on there. Time to make the donuts. So let's keep an eye on LTO. If you're not in it, if I am, it's a tiny bag. It's not. There's something else to kind of, well, something like that. What's a little bit toward 21 and a half cents, maybe another little trend line there that actually, you know, it should find support. That's the one that gave us the big move to the upside right there, was this move out of that trend line. So you just work backwards to figure that out. Yeah. So looking for a retest, because that's what happens, man. When you get a break like this and a trend line, good chance to come back and retest that little guy. So I like that, right around 21, 22 cents. Then it's got a good chance of going even higher, which is crazy. I looked at that after the retest. LTO, we got Dusk. Dust Network. Nice little hot one there. She's in a rising wedge. Rising wedges break to the ups. Rising wedges normally break to the downside. Believe it or not, just 60% of the time, 6 out of 10 times, 40%, 4 out of 10 times they'll break to the upside. When they do, you want to be in them because they usually are fun, unless they're a trap. Most of them are not traps. Most of them actually do pretty good, but they break back into the pattern, man, you gotta be, whoa, we didn't talk about you going there. No, that's not part of the program, not part of the contract. I'm out. Cut. 4 hours starting to look a little bearish here for this guy. It's the MACD trying to get a big crossover here. Always late to the party, but usually comes with some valuable news. But will it be a steep decline being all the way up here at the top? Maybe. Or something like this. Oh, we've been looking at the bottom of this pattern somewhere about 56, 58 cents, somewhere through there. We got 200 moving average on the 4 hour. She might come get a pullback, but first she's got to drop this non-moving average, because until she drops that, she's technically bullish as AF, in my opinion. Tell me when she breaks it that I go, we're not bullish anymore. You need some help. You guys remember us talking about OPSEC? Not OPSEC, OPSEC, SEC. Don't use that foul language, SEC. Yes, that's terrible. I agree. We're doing some special TA following on this one because she's just weird. But we've identified the channel and then some of the areas within that channel, or range within that channel. And she seems to be respected. So there we go. Respected it and got rejected there. So if I was a gambler, man, I'd say maybe at some point she might come down to 202, 203, but doesn't mean she has to. Does look like there's a bearish cross there with the 9 over the 21, but it's kind of tiny, and I think I'm a... You do have your glasses on, dumbass. The indicator looks like it's a little bit bullish for some more upside, so maybe reclaiming that and say, screw you and your $2 target. I'm getting ready to rock your world, and she could be. So this little area right here, I'm going to draw another line, because I know there's not enough lines on this chart. Got to add more, right? It's like, can't have too many guitars, you can't have too many lines. When you look at it from this perspective, where that was resistance and heavy resistance here, just flat right there, we're flipping a major support resistance area. So that has to make me want to alter this one more time. Flip, flopper, groper. 221, if you really want to target that may have a possibility of actually being hit, to secure an entry, and there's no guarantees there because she may be getting bullish as all get out right now. No FOMO. Put that buy button down, mister. Make sure that you've done your due diligence. Got a target at 332, but the one that I really like, or if we do break out of this channel and all that stuff, is about 394. For OPSEC, here's another real world asset in the music space. Opulus been covering this one since it was like 0.08 cents. Was it 8 cents or 0.008? It was cheap. It was like, yeah, around 8 cents, I think. Well, no, if I were marking you over here, I've got a nice little bag of this. It's staking, but it's stuck. I can't get it unstuck. And that's pissing me off, so don't have anything positive to say about the staking. It wasn't great rewards anyway, but now it's just kind of stuck. Yeah, price going up. Yeah, maybe you need to unstick my coins. There's a good chance she's getting at a toppy top too, and I can't get rid of some of those. I do have some I can take profit on, as long as I can get the others unstuck. Little bag turned into quite a big of a nice bag, and there's a chance it can go a lot higher too, but probably not right now. She needs to get a little bit of a pullback from here. I think she's going to top out somewhere around 36, 37 cents, maybe won't even make it up that high. We may be in the toppy area right now. From here, she needs to come back, chill out just a little bit, probably retest this area around 20 cents, solidify it, just by looking at the charts there. Oh, you taught me how to pull on a fib. All right. Somewhere, yeah, say 20 cents, that here. 19.46 if you want to be precise. See, so whether you have fibs or use fibs or not, sometimes you got to get accustomed to them, don't feel very comfortable to it. And if you don't, just look to the left, baby. Just look for support resistance, and that's all fibs help you do is identify them. Sometimes it's like a little cheat code for it a lot of times, but then you can project where they're gonna be. That's cool. But trend lines, man, support resistance, just the basics is all you need. That would have told you the same thing. guys ever heard of WAN Chain? It's not very popular. They don't have a big advertising marketing teams. They're an interoperability play. I've been in them for a while. Got all that stuff over on DeFi. This stuff's, it's been growing and growing. But look at this. She popped off. Interoperability play, man. She was hanging around about 25 cents, and now we're 42. Got as high as 47. Notice how she got resistance up here. So we had this target up there a long time ago from this breakout of this falling wedge type structure. Also noticing this channel, which if you stretch this line over, you'll probably see that it probably has some confluence there. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. I mean, they're through wicks there, so that kind of has a little influence, but I want to draw it on the top of this little wick right here and see how close we come. At least to where we're finding some resistance at right now. We're taking it to the top wicks though. Look.
Nailed it.
Laid it right on top of these wicks.
Nailed it.
From the starting wick over here. Why didn't you use this one? Well, I picked this one because there were more of them, so I can knock out more. There's a little bit more congestion here, rather than just some kind of fluky ass move. Seems to be kind of accurate. That means this should be a top, man. Look, this should be a top. It'll be time to take gains and win. Are you taking gains and win? I should probably do something over there. So notice we've now confirmed our double bottom.
You got a double bottom.
With this belt line area right here. Belt line. Color it orange or something. Something I can see it. So now you got a measured move that you can take from there, but let's go ahead and get this cleaned out. Oh yeah. Nailed it. Yeah, we're awesome. Yes, and if you'd been paying me $99, you would have been in this guaranteed. I don't know how to guarantee you that you would see this just posted and say, that's the coin for me. I'm going to jump into it. Out of all these coins that are posted, this is the one that's going to do it. And I'm going to jump in and I'm going to make the game. Yeah, but some just think that just because you're there, you're going to pick the winners or be the right one or automatically be there. I don't know. YouTube's a crazy world. Very lucrative though. Very lucrative for some people. There's a bigger trade, man. I got a target up at 91 cents for this little guy. She's going to be doing some more stuff. That's actually what I like. I like that one better. She can do it, baby. It's WAN Chain. She's been around for a little while. She's a good one. Oldie but goodie, but I don't know if she's ever going to get the hype to just make her really take off. She's more on the functioning side than she is the hype side. Kind of hurts her out a little bit. Have you guys ever seen Venom? Me neither. Well, that doesn't look... what is that? Oh, it looks fun in one direction. What are you doing? You got a deep ass retracement. So I'm looking for a 113 Fibonacci just right off the bat from this little guy. Just boom. If we're lucky to get there. You might want to consider the zero line on this one right here. Maybe even the 786. This is not the greatest. Meaning it would just take a little time to work out all the little PTSD it caught when it was dripping down to 50 cents. Nobody wanted to talk to it or play with it or anything. Those people look like, you got herpes. You got nose herpes. I can't. And now everything's fine. And that one time you do a Valtrex commercial, man, that just follows you around for the rest of your life. Now you're always known as the herpes girl. Aren't you the herpes girl? Valtrex. Do you suffer from genital herpes? Then you need Valtrex. What the hell are you doing, baby? Okay, we should probably get some rejection here. As you look backwards, you are backwards. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where you're gonna go. And might she find some rejection? Yeah, she could. I don't know. I'm just the best targets that I can point out are over here. She's a little hot, baby, but there's a lot of sell pressure, looks like, right there. Maybe she'll come back, retest the 9-moving average area at 61 cents. Maybe she'll come back and retest this little accumulation zone that she popped out of around 57, 58. Venom, not in it. Don't know if I want to be in it. It looked kind of hot, but just not where I want to jump in. I like this area. That's where I would want to try to be looking for. Just might have to get a little taste. And since I'm not there, everybody's been talking about ton lately, right? Let's take a look at it. I've been talking about it for 2 years, a long time ago. Dudes, I've got videos. They like go, oh crap, how many pages you gotta go? 1 through 30 out of 259. Maybe I can't find it so easy, but ton coin, because it was Halloween and I was dressed as a vampire. And I remember it was like $1.20, went up to $1.70, so that was the ranges. That's where I collected it at and been holding on to it because it's ton coin, man. Telegram. How can that not be big in the crypto narrative? I'm like, dudes, check out ton coin, and nobody ever liked that video, so it's getting views now, I think. Finally. But now the stuff's, you probably want to get this before it's too late. It's Telegram. Because the SEC, I think, came after those guys before, and they couldn't launch it. Made it where they couldn't launch their... They had some big-ass plans for that, man. Telegram's a pretty cool platform, and there's a lot of possibilities over there. And it's probably an ecosystem to start looking at. Well, we're in price discovery for this little guy because she's hot as the dickens. It's not the time to get in. It's the time to try to figure out where she may come back to. It's a chance she may have found her reversal areas right there. She may have already hit her top, but she might have just a little bit more juice than the old jug. And maybe she'll get another bounce up to this area at 592. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to assume that maybe that hit. I want to take a swing high to swing low and see if I've got any signs of... There is a little confluence here. I like that. So that tells me, yeah, maybe she might actually come up and hit this little guy at 592. That might actually play out. And then when she comes back to retest some other areas, 284. Yeah, I know. It's not the one you want to see, but it just makes sense. It does. Or maybe 351. It'd been a good place to try to pick this little guy up. That's what I'm looking for, and I know it doesn't look like it's ever going to come back to these places ever again, especially after making 3 big humps. But I just kind of simplify things and tell you that 3 humps and a dump is usually how things work out. And you take 3 lumps and a pump, and 3 humps and a dump. It's not perfect, but it's a good general guideline to go by. If you find that you're FOMOing in on a 3rd hump, you're like, no. Road Dawg said this is probably the worst place to buy. I should probably wait because there should be a dump. And I would say that would probably be the wise choice, Junior. There might be some areas here to look at. I'm not going to say for sure. We'll color these in orange as, I don't know, maybe. It's also could just bounce off of this support resistance area right here. There's a lot that we could see. Well, you could still do a fib from this low to that one. Let's just nail it that way, shall we? Still caution on that one. You got to give it time. Let it see what you're going to do. Short term, though, we are on the daily chart. I'm just saying. This is your trend line. Once it breaks, expect lower. If she does not break, fasten your seatbelt. She's going to do something. Or there's some bearish divergence there saying, you may see some of these guys, so wherever they may fall. Humor says, can you do Labs version 2? So interesting shape there. It's more of a triangle-y kind of thing, in my opinion. I like to zoom out and just get the shape, man, and whatever you got going on inside, however you want to define it, I mean, it all comes out the same. I mean, when you zoom out and go with the basic shapes, it just comes out the same. There are cheat sheets over in the group, especially this one. Kind of simplify this down because that's what a cheat sheet's supposed to do. And if you want some accurate percentages for breakouts of these, you're going to see triangles, those popular things, especially when you zoom out. Gosh darn it, almost everything fits into a freaking triangle. I'm just saying. And you just got to figure out which one you're playing with. It can be that easy. I'm just saying. It can be that easy. Add in some indicators, so look for some confluence, and you know, you got a system that will win more than it loses, which it does for me. Could be getting a pullback. We got Lucy in the picture right now. We broke up above her. Lucy's still below the 800, so that's still overall bearish. So might put a little bit of a damper at some point. But now that we're above Lucy, Lucy's the devil girl. If you forgot, she gets mad sometimes. She's pouty. But we're also forming this juicy little megaphone pattern, which I like. At this point in the game, when we see these at the bottoms, we usually have nice things. So maybe might be a chance if we lose this non-moving average, and of course have to lose Lucy. I don't see us losing Lucy. Don't want to lose Lucy. Don't want to lose that. We're right above her. You stepped on the devil's head. Don't let the devil step on your head. Stay on the devil's head. Ichimoku Cloud says it looks good. So, but there might be a little bit of a pullback. Lucy's sitting at what? 9. She is sitting at 0.0007235. And we're at 7780. So, touching her could definitely be in the program. Technically, even the bottom of the channel, but popping to the top of the channel, man. That'd be nice if we hit here. That would be sweet. Good, I don't know. Right now, you're getting a little bit of confluence in the 800 moving average, and this should be a measured move if it's blue. So if it's a measured move, yeah, it is a measured move right there for the breakout of the triangle. That one looks like that one's going to hold. That's a good target. 0.00113. I look for that one to hit. Grimmer says, still no information on how they plan to migrate the 3.0 tokens people hold to the new token. I know, and it can be a cluster too. I was talking about that when my microphone was on. Because I've been through a migration before. They're not fun. I've lost. And I think PwnDX did something like that. And I know I saw an account go from $10,000, and I'm like, before they consolidated, that was the time to sell. Then after that, since they narrowed whatever they did to the tokens, the price just kept dropping. I was like, oh, is it just pulling back? We're going to go up? Nope. You lost it. You missed it. So, FET is supposed to automatically turn into ASI, but there's a conversion rate with AGIX and Ocean, and it's like 0.43% on AGIX. So I've been pulling my collateral out of AGIX since we're at a really good price. I got targets lined up to about 148. Don't know if they'll get hit. If they do, they'll stair step them, and I'll pull my collateral out that way. And I'm focusing more on just on FET. I was trying to build a bigger bag of FET anyway, and I have, and I'll just keep focusing my attention there, and I don't have to worry about the migration crap. And they may not even do it. They may may not even get voted through. So we got that too. But in my experience, I don't know. They can. The token price might go down for a little while after that. But then again, AI's a hot narrative, so hard to say. Even says, I want a kayak and a bicycle on the beach, but I don't have it. But you can. It does sound nice. Hey, there's Floki Toshi, Floki Safe Moon. Let's take a look at Floki Safe Moon. It's been doing pretty good lately, huh? I saw that the targets finally got hit on Floki Safe Moon that we've had there. Takes them a while, but they just smashed it, really. Went above it. We had the target here at 34.44, and that was a level. It got rejected there, came back down, but then smashed above it. Went as high as 43.53. Now we're sitting back at 1986. Or, well, not at the moment. We're at 25.35. 1986, I got, is a good target to pick this one up when it comes back to retest this area. Always the chance to retest this bottom trend line down here, and that, see if we can get that. Or maybe 1392 might come into play if there's like a bear sim in the market and we test the bottom of this trend line. Looking at those two areas is maybe a place to add to the bag there. But ultimately, I'm still waiting on this target. Decimal 9 zeros and 67, 69. And if we get down to that one target at 1950 and we're to bounce up there, that'd be a nice 250% gains. So hoping to see something like that. Floki Safe Moon. She's been a nice one. Here it says AGIX fetch and AI open ocean all gonna be one coin. So yeah. I wish my microphone wasn't off. If you haven't, we went over the news and stuff, the information over at Layer GG over on Twitter. Good to go check that out. And he's got a lot of stuff over there on real world assets and what's going on in the markets and, you know, BlackRock and the tokenization and everything. It's kind of making fueling the narrative behind it. Tau is having hard times. Just better to accumulate. They're putting the attention over on the other places at the moment. She lost that trend line back in there. Ooh, she's about to go on a discount. She goes on a discount. It's about 438-ish. 430. But doesn't mean that she's going to stop. I hope she does. Hopefully she'll find support against this area over here, this zone. Which is also the bottom of this trend line, which is where I'm looking for her to go. That's usually what happens when you break back in. You'll test the bottom. Sometimes she will come to the outside. So I'm just saying, there's a 200 moving average she hadn't touched in a while. It might. So 307, 37, it's hard to see. Whew. I don't think it's permanent. And it may not. Look, let me give you this idea, and this is with the Elliott wave theory, and this is one of the ways that it helps me out in a situation like this, without even going too crazy with it. This would be a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, but if 4 touches 1, if 4 touches 1, this whole thing's invalidated, and then you got to consider this as your 1. So we've got one of those situations going on. And so meaning that it may not come down and actually come down to these areas. Bouncing somewhere above this high and not touching it is bullish for a 5th wave, which could come back up here or here or here or any series of fibs. I'd just use the fibs I'd normally use. Somewhere around, what is that, $1,100? For real? Maybe, could, I don't know. We have to look. It gets kind of tricky with that Elliott wave, 5th wave crap. But if it does come back and makes a low down to this red trend line and invalidates this as a a developing sequence that it is. Then we get to count this as. Jeez, are you gonna do this? You get to count this as 1, 2, and then the 3-way is supposed to be the biggest one. That's why I'm saying this one could be it. It could be a nice one. Well, that would be very bullish. So just gotta see how it plays out. But that's one of the times when I like to, that's when I turn to the Elliott wave theory. It's not something I look at a whole lot. What do you say, Elliott? Do you agree? You're saying you're going through an ABC correction right now, which could. So 1, 2, 3. So this would be a. You're counting. You're doing some crazy stuff, Elliott. I don't know. I don't even know how to read you on that. Just let's not even. Don't blow my mind. I'm not going to argue with it tonight. We argue all the time, man. I'm not buying you a steak and dinner anymore, though. You snuck in lobster. It wasn't lobster and steak. It wasn't surf and turf. It was just steak. No lobster was on the. You cheated. Just like I accuse you. You don't really cheat, but you change things up a little. I don't know how to read you, Elliott. Sometimes you flip flop. Your probabilities are too probabilistious. I need some more secure probabilities, with trend lines. Not up, down, or sideways. I'm just saying, Elliott. You have some issues, but I still like you. We can hang out. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me. The time is now 12:14. I'm going to go ahead and close the stream. Be back again tomorrow evening with some more coins we'll take a look at. Take one last quick look at the market here. Total 3. This is the problem. We got rejected coming down on this. And I guess the fair thing to do would be to draw a Fibonacci here just to kind of give us a little hope in where we might find some support. Been finding support at 382. I like that. If we can hold that and make higher highs, get above this area, this plus a little red line here, we might get a stronger bounce. However, it's not usually what happens. So we got to be ready for what may usually happen, which means that we got to target this area, which I can't see that to save my life. What color is that? What are you doing? 726 billion, and also possibly down to retest this area. Hopefully it won't. So there may be another 20 billion come out slowly. Could be happening. Might be some good signs here on the others saying, I might bounce here. I might. Breaking above this trend line over here on the others looks pretty good. So we just have to trade carefully, and I recommend pay yourself whenever you can, putting out a little bit, especially on your longer term bags. Not selling them all, just as things kind of get heated and high, pull out, have a little dry powder for the big pullbacks that will eventually get here. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. God bless you. God loves you. See you tomorrow.
I buy more. And I also subscribe to Road Dawg Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.